This footage highlights the sophisticated strategies 2-year-olds use to navigate their way around the environment. It also illuminates the importance of Carnivalesque for 2-year-olds' effective participation in the ECE space and for their developing sense of humour, which is crucial for peer engagement. This piece of footage was coded as a mealtime genre. It takes place at the Kai table. Katie, who has just turned 2, is seated between her 4-year-old peers. Watch as Katie moves the table toward her. The teacher moves it back into the position where it initially was. Katie then watches until she thinks her teacher is out of sight. Then again moves the table and starts sharing her food with her peers. Evident from watching the footage is the way the teachers had very different ways of engaging in this genre compared to other genre, as do the peers and the 2-year-olds. In some genre, the teacher is right there, using a range of strategies. Here, we see the teacher moves around the room and used questioning, orienting strategies to uphold certain practices at the Kai table, which often had the potential to create more tension when 2-year-olds resisted and didn't do what was asked of them. The footage shows Katie negotiating her way around the peer group in a social encounter that was not only intersubjective between Katie and her peers, but also alteric in the way she pulled away from shared meaning with the teachers. Our analysis showed that often we, as adults, are ascribing adult meaning on the language of 2-year-olds, for example around poos and wees, rather than trying to understand what is significant for 2-year-olds which potentially has a different meaning. Looking through a dialogic lens, which recognises the importance of Carnivalesque, provided a way for us to celebrate how Katie had actually made it into the peer group, which was really important. The humour that we see Katie and her peers sharing in the cracker game, and then later in the undies in the bin game, unfolds under the radar of the teachers. It is very witty, but also we see that Katie had compassion for her peers, or perhaps craftiness in the way she was giving out her food and managing this interaction with her peer group. Paying attention to Carnivalesque enabled us to see this sophisticated negotiation taking place where Katie is not simply fitting in, but is leading this intersubjective encounter with her peer group, which is simultaneously alteric. What traditionally may have been viewed as bad behaviour, we see as an important part of 2-year-old learning. Often, in educational spaces, we see this as a problem rather than a celebration of 2-year-old agency. What do you see?